Are we live?
We're live, pal.
Man, you know what? I'm on my. I just got home. I changed my clothes, and I took a walk. Perfect time for the podcast.
See, I knew when you said after 7:30 that I should give you an extra 15 minutes because you never make your time.
But here's the thing.
What?
Let's forget that I'm like. Let's forget about that for a second, and let's just put that I came home from a long day of work and meetings, changed my clothes, and I hit the pavement so that I can be in shape for November 7th.
Your execution. I mean, you might as well show up fat to your execution. You might as well have lived those
Well,
last few
listen,
days.
There's no doubt I'm showing up fat, but I'm going to be Kevin Owens fat, where I'm fat, but I'm going to not be winded. But a little bit winded. But I'm going to be fat. There's no change in that.
It's hard to breathe around bites of cheeseburger and pizza that are blocking your airwaves. So,
Look, I didn't have cheeseburger pizza today. Enough of that shit. Don't make the listeners think that I ate cheeseburger pizza.
I'd say cheeseburger pizza. I said cheeseburgers and pizza.
Oh, I have not had either today.
Yet.
Well, I will say this. I'm in a work meeting. I had a work meeting for 3 days. It was all day, 11 to 6 today. Tomorrow, 11 to 6. The next day, 11 to 6. And
that's bad news for you, by the way.
Why?
Well, because we were supposed to have Bobby Rogers on today to talk about him selling his kidney on eBay. But I told him that we weren't going to be able to give him a call until like close to 8 o'clock. And I gave him the options to do it another day. And he said, well, let's do it Thursday. And I said, okay, I'm going to set the time window Thursday between 5 and 6. And if Anthony can't make the window, you and I will do it, which is probably going to be bad news for you. But
we're going to actually have his phone disconnected tonight.
because that way I think we're going to hear lots of AJ stories.
So I will say this. I have a power play on him right now.
Okay.
That he will not do it without me.
He will. I already ran it by him.
Yeah, but he doesn't think that I would use this power play that I have. So he needs me for something. Uh-huh. He needs me to be a deterrent. I am the blocker for his. I don't even want to say in case this person's listening. He's planning something, and I'm like the diversion. So I'm the diversion where someone was actually going to reach out to me today because he told them I was staying in a hotel, and this is a whole story he made up. I'm like the fall guy, like to divert somebody's attention a different direction for this surprise.
Okay.
If he goes on without me, I'm blowing the surprise.
No. He could go on without you. He'll just behave himself. That's all.
I'll blow the surprise.
Why would you do that? Why do you make... Oh, hold on a second. Also consider this. You're making my life difficult because like, I'm trying to I've been teasing. We've been saying we're going to have him on to talk about this for fucking months. And there's always something. And it's always a you something. So I'm fucking taking...
Because I'm a busy guy. No. I'm a working man. I'm an international TikTok star.
It doesn't matter. We're going to do it with or without you. So you figure it out. And I'll make sure he doesn't totally ruin your life when he comes on without you.
All right.
Or I'll
see what I can do.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Don't upset my apple cart because you got all this other nonsense that has nothing to do with me. Get the fuck out of here.
Look, here's the deal. Here's the deal, though. You guys, if I can't make it, you can have him on.
I know I can't. I'm not even looking for permission. I don't know what this nonsense is. Go ahead. Yeah. All right. Thank you for your blessing. The fucking Pope over here. I'm kissing his ring. Fuck. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm just saying. Anyway, I was at this conference today. Yeah. We're in a conference room. Like we're watching. It's all virtual, but you have to be in the room with your team, and you're watching it virtual. And first thing of the day, they're like, talk about like lunch for the week. Like, what's the lunch plan? Now, I'm excited because That's how I would start a meeting off. Here's what lunch is for the week. I think it's important. It's important to get it out of the way. It's important to tell your people what we're eating because that's like the most important part of the day.
Hold on. So
right?
I already have a question. Is this a
Yeah.
discussion amongst your room or amongst the whole conference?
So no, it's our room. We got there 30 minutes early.
Okay, just to
discuss
talk.
lunch and
Okay.
right, a couple other things, right? So,
yeah.
so I did not plan. I had nothing to do with planning lunch. They did not ask me. They just did it on their own. Somebody else took charge of it. I had no part in any of this. So they're like, "All right, lunch. So today's Chick-fil-A." I hate Chick-fil-A with a passion. Absolutely hate Chick-fil-A.
I don't know. I don't get it.
It's overrated.
It doesn't matter if it's overrated. It could be overrated and still be good food. Do you understand
I don't think
the
so.
point?
It's soggy bread.
Oh,
it's
God.
crappy pickled chicken.
Oh, you're
it's gross.
You're crappy pickled chicken.
Anyway, so
You're ridiculous.
Chick-fil-A, and they're like, "Tomorrow is pizza." I'm like, "Motherfucker." Then Thursday,
what do you think all normal people are going to eat at fucking work?
well, Thursday is Firehouse Subs.
Uh-huh.
So, all right, so Chick-fil-A, great. I had they actually ordered fruit and a salad. I took fruit, I took salad, and they had chicken nuggets. I took about 8 chicken nuggets, and yeah, they're breaded, but that's what I ate. Stuck to it. But it's a long meeting. So a couple times, I went back to the back. I grazed on a couple more nuggets here and there. But the best part is they had coffee. So I had 3 cups of coffee, but I had peanut M&Ms. I couldn't resist them. I couldn't resist the peanut M&Ms. I had to eat them. I had to. And beef jerky. So whatever. I ate a lot.
You're making a mockery of this match you're going to have. You're making a mockery of this match.
Listen, he's on the West Coast this week. Leave him alone.
You're spitting in the face of Billy Fives. You're pissing on this charity that this show's about.
I'm walking at 9. What time is it here? 8 o'clock at night. I'm walking.
Yeah. Ooh.
We'll get to the show in a minute because I got a bone to pick.
You know how far you got to walk off just the M&Ms you ate, let alone everything.
No,
else.
There was a mini bag of M&Ms, a mini one.
So how many bags?
There's 5 M&Ms in there. Come on,
so how many
I
bags?
had 2, and a Mr. Goodbar.
Oh. Right, so and you might as well, where you are right now, just keep walking back to the meeting, and when you get there in the morning, you'll have worked on.
Well, here's the worst part, though. Pizza's tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to eat the pizza.
Have to.
There's
Couldn't
nowhere
bring
to
your
eat
own.
around there.
Can't bring your own
No.
food. That's
I'm not bringing my lunch.
right.
No.
Who would
Is
do
this
that?
the 3rd grade?
Right.
No.
Exactly.
But here's the best part.
Such a.
At some point, they
You're
hand
such
a
a-
sheet around.
You're such a.
They
shit
hand a
show.
sheet around. Listen, though, the sheet gets to me, and I'm like, "What's this?" Because I'm not paying attention. They're like, "Oh, it's the sheet for Firehouse Subs." I'm like, "Well, where's the menu?" Like, "Oh, you got to pull it up on your phone." Well,
Yeah,
look, I wasn't pulling up the menu.
It's 2021, man. Be smart.
Yeah, I wasn't doing the whole search gimmick. So I just ordered what I know there. You want to take a guess?
No, because I haven't walked into a Firehouse Subs in about 20
Right.
years. So
Me either. So
what did
I
you
went
order?
with what I know.
The brisket or something?
No, the meatball parm.
Oh, you pig! I should have known.
So it's going to be a fat week,
This
whatever.
fucking half-ass Italian.
Anyway, so it's going to be a fat week. It's fine.
I'm glad when we can't have our guest in, the old go-to is you just running down your fucking meals for the week. This is
Well, I got more than
this
that.
is scintillating stuff.
Anyway, let's get that part of the way. Then we got Coach K talk, Coach Krzyzewski from Duke.
But I want to bring something up before I forget.
Yeah.
Oh, because it also helps me transition to doing business. You are right about TikTok. I went today to put up a sale thing for our for our merchandise on the Brizzcliz TikTok account, and it was up all of I don't know 90 seconds before I got a violation message.
Told you
that said this is illegal.
It is.
I mean, what's the point of social media if you can't sell your stuff?
Because they want you to pay.
I understand that. But also, there's all these companies that have pages and things and whatever. on all the other social medias that, listen, if you've earned a following, you're allowed to at least tell those people for free that you're running a sale. This TikTok shit, that's Nazi bullshit right there. And
it's crazy.
And yeah, I was pissed. Because, like, what's the point? What's the point of building up this giant following if you can't monetize it? Like, if you then have to spend money on top of that, like that, they're bogus, man.
If you're in the creator fund, they give you like 2 cents a video, so you're not even making money off that.
Right.
Bullshit. I told you.
So
did I not tell you?
No, you're absolutely right. So I don't know how you do it. You just talk about it in lives or what?
So I've been talking about it in lives.
I mean, it's useless though, because you have 250,000 followers, right? Let's do the math.
200 people in the live.
And 200 people pop up in the live, and they're not like a consistent. It's not like that 200 number is always the same 200 people. They're in and out. So I don't even know how many at a given time even hear when you bring it up. You know.
No, when I went live the other day, Saturday, 6,000 people came in and out of my live during an hour span, but I mentioned it 4 or 5 times. Now, that could be 10 people who heard it. I don't know.
You know how many sales that converted to?
1.
Yes. It's fucking crazy.
What's
the point?
Hold on. I do got to give a shout out. She listens to the show. So, Julie, thank you for ordering.
There you
I
go.
Appreciate it.
Attaboy.
So,
at least
you
still have some like humility in you. Some respect for other people.
I will say, I did get a message from her today.
Uh-huh.
And it said, I don't even want to read this. I don't want to read it.
It must be about how wonderful a job I did packing and including stuff.
I don't. It literally says, "Tell Ben I said thank you, especially for the awesome pin I can put on my lanyard at work."
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, fucking. Not even a thank you for all you do. It was tell Ben.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Because Ben did all the work, including even designing the images for all this merch. I mean, what did you do? She just accidentally tripped on you and then found all my wonderful hard work through you.
Absolutely ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
So anyways,
so ridiculous.
Since we've now beat this to death, everyone go to the website. Actually, do us a big favor. Go follow us on all the other social medias, because this TikTok stuff is bullshit. And follow us on the other stuff so you can hear about like sales and deals and special offers and our OnlyFans and our ChatterBaits and whatever else. And you can find out all those special things. And everything that's in stock is 25% off. We're blowing it all out.
Everything. And
then we're going to have new merchandise in the new year. So I'm already out of a size or two of a thing or two. So I don't know if that inspires you to go look sooner than later and buy sooner than later. But if you don't want to have to buy something a size too big or size too small because you snoozed and loosed, you might want to think about doing it sooner than later. But anyway, back to Coach K and your
right. So go buy your shit.
Your
Coach K
teleconference here. Or whatever you call
Coach K, Coach Krzyzewski from Duke basketball, men's basketball, legendary coach. He spoke today for quite a hour. So, didn't have really good stories. More of like being a leader and kind of he's very military driven. So it was a little hit or miss, a little snooze fest here and there. But he did talk about how he wears Air Force Ones and like he's a shoe guy, which I did not know this. He said he has like 35, 40 pairs of shoes, and he's a sneakerhead.
What is going on with everyone becoming a sneakerhead all of a sudden?
I mean, even Coach K. You don't find that weird?
Well, I understand that he probably, because all the kids that he's been coaching
he
on the team are probably into the sneakers, and they're probably like showing him, and he's overlooking everything, and he's finally like, oh, those are cool. And also to help relate, to go buy a pair of shoes, and then all of a sudden you're hooked.
He did say that that's how he relates to the kids, and he said they come into practice and go, Coach K, those shoes are fire. And he goes, this was his line, he goes, and I tell him they're not fire, they're actually cool. I was like, wow, what a dad joke, Coach K.
I noticed on the AEW, like
Yeah.
The Young
Yeah,
Bucks
everybody.
Young Bucks are huge sneakerheads, and they've been doing it for a while on their vlogs,
Right.
where every week,
Right.
whatever town they're in, they hit the sneaker shops, and they'll drop $1,000, $2,000 on sneakers every fucking week.
Right.
And now I'm looking at some of the other people's vlogs that are also. Everyone's buying sneakers now. That rubbed off on everyone in that fucking company. It's insane.
Right.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Insane. Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Right. And I actually saw the Young Bucks made a little post about it on Twitter saying they made a comment like that, like, we've been doing this for sneakerhead stuff forever. Like you guys are, everybody else is just biting off of us now or something like that.
Yeah,
which
they are.
Is true. Right. Totally true. Anyway, Coach K today was, it was not very exciting.
You mentioned in the chat that Coach K was putting everyone to sleep.
He was a little boring, a little bit.
Yeah.
But whatever, it was fun. When he started talking, the sneaker thing was the last thing he said. It got everybody's attention because you're like, he's 74 years old. Coach K's a sneakerhead? What? Like, kind of catches you off guard a little bit. You're like, huh? And he's like, the guy said, what are you wearing now? He said Air Force Ones. And everybody popped, because like 74-year-old man's wearing Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
But anyway, I got 2 more days of this stuff, but it's fine. I'll just have some pizza.
So what do they? So this is like kind of like mid to upper management.
Yeah. No, it's management and up. Right. Yeah,
conferences and for what? To like, I mean, I'm
it's
not.
Our year, so we're usually in Orlando doing it because of COVID. We're still, a little restricted, so we couldn't all meet in Orlando and party because that's what we would be doing. But so this is kind of what we're doing. But some of them they stayed at the hotel and went out, but I come home. I don't.
But it's just like a yearly routine thing. Nothing like
just to motivate you for the rest of the for the fourth quarter for
trying
Christmas
to light a fire in your ass before they put you through hell.
Right, and I'm there going, what's for lunch today? Yeah, but anyway, so my point was so we're the conference is going and when I get there this morning, a couple people make some. I haven't seen some of these people in a minute, because the Alabama team is there too, and my team, and they're like, oh, Mr. TikTok, everybody's throwing the TikTok thing. Oh, look at he's Mr. Famous. Oh, I saw your on Famous birthdays and your beans on toast video. Like everybody's sharing it, and I was like, yeah, I'm kind of, and of course, I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of a big deal. Like it is what it is. And a couple of them are like, man, you're probably like a couple months away from like cashing in on this and like quitting. I was like, yeah, no, that's definitely not happening. Like I make $0 off this.
Right.
They all think that I'm making like buku bucks. I'm like, no. But then one girl goes, she's telling another girl. The other girl goes, I didn't know you did the TikTok thing. And like, she was kind of like shocked by it. And then the other girl's like, yeah, he used to post videos without his shirt on. And then Dick's Sporting Goods, I just said where I work. I shouldn't have said that. You may want to bleep that one out.
I think we've slipped the beans once or twice on this thing already.
Right, I'll probably be fired now. Great. People from work knew I was doing dances with my shirt off last year, but then people from work started, so I was like, I'm gonna put the shirt back on. Mm-hmm. Not to mention I gained 50 pounds.
Right.
But she's telling people, and I was like, what are you gonna tell everybody that for? They don't need to go back in the videos. I was like, I eat food. That's what I do. That's it. And one lady's like, she's like, people actually care to watch you eat food? I was like, apparently. Like, I don't know. They do.
I mean, it's not the act of you. It's not the act of you chewing something that people are interested in. It's your reaction to something you've never tried before. It's an unfair thing to say. I eat food. I mean,
eat food. Right,
you're more of a food reviewer, if you will.
Right.
Yeah.
If you will.
If you will.
Right. So, whatever. But it's just funny that, they were all bringing it up and stuff. And, oh, Mr. TikTok. So the meeting's going on. And, I know people all over the country. So I get a couple text messages that are like, hey, how's the meeting going for you? I'm like, oh, it's great. And they're like, well, probably only a matter of time before that TikTok money starts rolling. And I was like, yeah, I wish you would, because I don't want to do this anymore. Like,
I feel like
I don't know.
We've just hit a major speed bump on that. Like, I'm thinking, finally, he's got 250,000 followers. We can start selling our merch through, and get everyone's eyes on it. Man, those Chinese, they got us. They tricked you and me both. We could have.
I told you this.
We could have put our effort into.
I told you.
We could, yeah, but you just found out as well. We should have been putting all of this TikTok effort into YouTube and Instagram. To be honest with you.
Now, look. Now, YouTube. I feel like that's something that I did post. I posted a wrestling match on YouTube.
Yeah, you're terrible with your YouTube videos. They suck. You
don't. What's wrong with the one I posted today?
You don't know how to post. You don't know how to make videos for YouTube.
What do you mean? I posted the match.
No, I understand. That's not going to get people in and keep people coming. You gotta have a series. You gotta do vlogs or something.
But I feel like people wanted to see me wrestle.
Or longer form. Yeah, you pepper those in with a gimmick.
It's a good match I put up there.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still you wrestling. It's not like it's Andre the fucking Giant or something.
It wasn't even a comedy match. It was. I actually did a.
I understand, but how many people are searching for a Tommy Vandal? Is that what it was? A Tommy Vandal match?
No, it was an AJ Slambino versus.
Yeah.
Tracer
so how many
X
people are searching for AJ Slambino wrestling matches?
People are asking me to put them up there.
Yeah, but how many people? But 4 people in your 200 and you're live?
I mean, I got 20 views today.
I'm just fucking with you, man.
I'm just saying.
I feel. Listen, people think I'm being a dick, but they gotta understand.
I mean,
that I gotta control Big Head Fred on the other side of this conversation, and kind of like just control what's going on, and just keep the ego in check a little, and just the attitude and the arrogance and every time I see it flaring up, I stomp on it like it's a bag of flaming poo on my doorstep. Okay, just it's for you guys, because eventually he's gonna change. He's gonna turn his back on all of us. He's gonna become big time.
Oh, here we go.
Big time guy. So I'm not being a dick as much as I'm looking out for everybody, and we'll just keep it at that.
You're definitely a dick.
No, I mean,
there's no doubt about it. Like, that's not even part of the conversation here.
No, it's hand in hand. It's a synergistic thing. It's both. It can be both. Listen, it can be both.
Look, here's the deal, though. So, anyway, what I was getting to was they started talking about the TikTok, and then someone said, "Oh, he has a podcast too." So now I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like, they're gonna hear all the stories.
See, I don't think you're not allowed to post about your podcast, though. Since we can't talk about the merch, you need to start TikToking about the podcast.
Yeah, I don't know if that's
they're all missing out. They're all missing. Well, we find out. I only got a violation. I didn't get I didn't get my account closed for posting a sale post.
Right, but I can't afford a violation.
Don't be a fucking pussy. Just do something for everybody here.
Then my account gets blocked, and
you're fine. Get out of here.
All of England will fall and crash without me.
That's why we have I feel like our Breakfast Club account is your backup account for when you do go into TikTok jail.
True.
You can jump over, give this the rub a little bit, because why not build up 2 accounts instead of just one?
Right. You're right.
I know.
You're right.
See. I'm going to isolate that sound and make sure everyone knows that at 24 minutes and 19 seconds, you said I'm right 3 or 4 times.
I do want to I really have one more thing I want to talk about.
Well, hold on. I had a question. Do you know who your guests are the next 2 days? Your special.
I do not. They don't tell us.
Oh, so they're like surprises, like as if you got
a secret.
As if that's. I feel like like if you knew who was going to be on the next day, maybe you guys wouldn't fake an injury or an illness or fake a bad COVID test to get out of going.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
True. Well, so the last bit of thing I want to bring up. November 7th, I'm wrestling Billy Fives. We know that.
Yes.
Pompano Beach, Florida.
Yes.
It's going to be a barn burner of a match.
Yes.
And I still don't have a flyer with my face on it. it's fine, whatever. I'm only the draw here, but
How about that Blake stuff today, huh?
that's what I was going for.
Okay, go ahead.
So our good friend Blake Chadwick.
Did you air quote when you said good friend?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, because we can't hear that.
Right. So he usually is like the ring announcer for these gimmicks here. He's the booker for the show. I air quoted that too. He is apparently not coming to the show because he wasn't booked. Mind you, he's the booker for the company,
right?
And he's not booked on the show.
Well,
Blake is a good friend for how many years now? I don't even know.
This is. I understand that he probably didn't book this show because it's like a side charity project and whatever, but it's still under the umbrella of the company he books for. So, we've known him. Let's see, 10 years.
I've known him over 10 years.
10
yeah,
years?
Easily.
I feel like I met him a little after you did, but not more than a year.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And so here's the deal. The story behind this is he usually does the ring announcing for this company. He helps book the shows. This show's a one-off show. He's not helping book it. But he's like, oh, I'm not booked on the show. Now, our gripe on our little thread, he's in our little thread on Facebook, is it shouldn't matter if you're booked or not. I'm wrestling Billy Fives, wrestling for the first time since January 2020. It could be my last match ever. Like, whether he's booked or not, he should be there,
it could
right?
be your last fucking afternoon on the planet, too.
Right.
For many reasons. Either your heart explodes or Billy kills you. One or the other.
Right. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Whether you're booked or not, would you not come and support your boy?
Listen.
That's where my issue.
Here's where the issues are different. Is like if you're coming to town, not only am I coming to see you do the match, I'm probably also seeing you some other time, but I'm not worrying about the football game. I'm not. If I was like scheduled to work, I'd have gotten the day off because I've known well in advance, or I would have. Or like if in Blake's situation, I would not have taken another announcing booking because. How much could you possibly be making that you couldn't say, I can't do it this time. My friend's in town,
Right. That mind you, he hasn't seen it in how long? Years.
Right. Well,
years.
Right. Because when he is in your neck of the woods, he doesn't let you know.
Right. So like, my
check like a podcast from like a year and a half ago.
Yeah. Right. But my thing is like at least show up,
right?
Whether you're booked or not. Even if you get there late and be like, "Hey, I'm here. Good seeing you, brother." That maybe he misses the match because he's flying in and he misses, but he's there. He is such a spectacle that he's not booked, so he's not coming. It's ridiculous.
It's Dennis Stamp, the guy from the documentary that we talked about on an earlier podcast, where the guy. I think it was it Bret Hart? I feel like it was Bret Hart.
Yeah, it was.
Bret Hart's like, I want you there. And he's like, I can't come. He's like, why not? I wasn't booked. I don't go places I'm not booked. So we had made the joke that we were going to start calling him Dennis Stamp the next time he did it. And today he literally said, I'm not booked.
Literally today.
He didn't even say it to us. He sent us a screenshot of his interaction with the person who is booking the show, who asked him, like it was almost like they were double checking to make sure he was coming. Under the assumption he was booked. And he's like, I'm not booked. So as fast as I could, I went and found the screen grab from the documentary because obviously it's a meme of Dennis Stamp standing there saying, I'm not booked. And I slapped Blake's face on it, did a little Photoshop filter to blend it in a little bit, and sent it right back to our chat group for Blake to see.
But here's the worst part. I went back and read his little interaction with this person who's booking the show, and it was like he led them on because he was like they were like, they're like, are you going to be there? Confirming, and he's like, I wasn't booked, and they were like, you weren't, and he's like, no, which like to me that interaction is like you're asking to be booked, and then the person's like, well, do you want to work? And he was like, no, I can't. Like,
Yeah, it's like, no, I've got another obligation. Now, whether he does or
but he
doesn't,
led them on down the
right?
But he
Because
led them on
because he
down the
wanted to
train.
be like, you snooze, you lose. I'm already
Right.
booked. Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted them to ask him so he could be like, "Oh, sorry, booked." Like it
Yep.
was the weirdest
No.
thing.
I saw that too. I saw that too. Now the conundrum I'm having right now as we're talking is: do I title this podcast "I Wasn't Booked"? Because
he's not gonna listen.
Because we shit all over him. And I'm wondering if so. Should I? Then I'm going to title it that. And if he, I hope he does listen because because it's funny that we're kind of like, I don't know.
He's gonna be so hot. He's gonna be hot that we broke the kayfabe of, the text message and.
Well, for sure, nobody else from that circle of life is listening to this podcast.
No,
for sure.
But
I mean, we have to beg Billy Fives to listen, and we have to give him the timestamp of when it's relevant for him to hear it, because he has let me know on many occasions, I'm not listening to your stupid podcast talking about how fat you are and all the food you're eating and blah blah blah.
But I will say this: if he does listen, I am deeply offended that he's not coming to the show. Like, beyond offended that he can't make the time to come. What was my comment today on the thread?
I'm crying. I can't.
What was my comment?
I don't know.
I said no, but I mean,
you said something, and I made a laughing face at it or whatever.
I said just write her back. Can't show up to see AJ and Billy because I'm not booked. That's what I wrote him back.
Yeah, Mike, I can't come see one of my best friends wrestle another good friend because because I've got these weird peculiarities to my personality. Oh God, yeah, this is gonna be great. Because then he's going to want to, what's going to happen? He's going to blow off the show. And then he's going to think he can just saunter in to La Tub where we are all hanging, drinking and eating burgers or whatever. And he's not going to get the full, everything that you got from Billy in the ring, Billy is going to give to him probably in a verbal form if he shows his face at La Tub. Oh, nice of you to show, Chadwick. Couldn't come for the match, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Yeah. True. Very true.
I can't wait for it. He may even just sick his kid on him.
Very true.
I don't know. Are both of them coming, or just Madison because she works at the place?
Probably just because she works there, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if the other one's going to come in to see.
But
she might come to see her old man wrestle. I don't know. I mean, she's sort of like
she's called him old.
She sort of likes, yeah, but everyone refers to their pops as the old man. Don't
32 minutes and 58 seconds.
All right, keep it up. It doesn't matter. He's in Facebook jail. He'll never hear about it.
This is also true, and he's in California.
Right,
so.
right. The internet doesn't go that far, so we're good.
Oh, right. He probably did not get Wi-Fi on the plane.
Are you calling him cheap?
100%. I just called him cheap. Yes.
Okay. 32 minutes and 52 seconds. Oh shit. Good. We have mutually assured destruction in this one, so neither of us will say anything.
This is true.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
Oh yeah. But no, I'm ready. I've been boxing in the garage. I'm ready. I'm like.
By the way, speaking of Billy. My roommate came back from like a week and a half out of town. And I was talking to him and I was telling him that Billy called me and was reaming me out for me responding to a message 3 weeks late and whatever.
Right.
And he's like, oh, yeah, I talked to Billy the other day. I think it was probably when him and Earl ran into him at the football game, at the Hurricanes game. He's like, yeah, I was telling him about how you two call each other like 4 times a day and talk about what each of you had for lunch or dinner, what
a rat bastard!
like a couple of girls talking about boys.
What a rat bastard! Rat bastard!
I was like, we don't do that. He's like, no, I'm gonna record you next time. I'm gonna prove.
I mean, look, he's not wrong. We definitely do. But why would he tell Billy that?
Because it's like one of those things. You get swept up in the tide and become part of the mob.
Right. He knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, so we're
right.
getting right. I just want you. Next time you see us, and you gotta like look him in the eye. At least I need you to. I like everyone to be informed on what everyone's been saying about everyone else.
Well, we'll end it with this because we're 35 minutes in, and I got to take a poop ski.
Jesus, man! I thought this was perfect timing, and then of course not. Of course not.
Well, who wants to go long? Nobody wants to. Have you ever
held your poop through the first 2 contractions and just waited to deliver on the 3rd set of contractions?
Pal, I was 1.6 miles in when you called. I was feeling it then. I'm at 3 miles now, and I'm at this point we're prairie dogging here. So,
well, oh, you're out walking?
Yeah,
just poop it right down your shorts and shake it out, man.
I've done that before. Come on.
Wait a minute. We need that story. Are you kidding me? You can't.
No.
You can't dangle that out there and not tell us about that.
Well, no, I was talking about the time I had to take a poop in the church woods.
Oh yeah. But that wasn't like just poop while you're walking and let it just.
Oh no, that's never happened.
Dangle down out your shorts and keep on about your business.
No, not that. Now, what I was gonna say is that. I'll end it with this. Huss, your roommate. Me and you have never discussed this, ever. But the first time I remember meeting Huss was at Fort Lauderdale. We were out at that restaurant outside. Do you remember that night? There was like a whole bunch of us outside at a restaurant.
Downtown? Was that like... Place? Was that when
the burger place?
Yeah, at Rock Burger. Wasn't that 450's birthday or someone's birthday?
Yes, 450. Yeah, right. 450. So I will never.
There were a lot of people out there that night with us that none of us talked to anymore.
Right, and 450's birthday. Right. Huss came up to me that night and was like, "Hey," I was like, "Hey," and he was like, "Why don't you like me?" I was like, "Who are you?" Like, I don't even know who he was.
Well, no, because I think you'd been giving him shit on social media. Because he'd been like part of our... He had been my roommate for a while and part of the like social circle with Jackie and me and Prime. And
But I never met him in person before.
But that's why he asked, because I think you were rough on him in social media for like a good 6 months to a year.
Well, so when he was there, I'll never forget that. And I was like, I don't even know you. I was like, who are you? Like, I don't even know who he was. and then he explained it. I was like, I don't hate you. And he was like, oh, I just thought you did. And I was like, no. And then like he walked away, and I was like,
you've been like, no, but I'm
that guy.
You're like, no, but I'm starting to.
Right. Well, here we are now in 2021, and he's a rap bastard ratting us out to Billy Fives. You know what, Huss? If you're listening, now I hate you. So
that was a fun night, man.
That was
a fun night.
That was a good night. Yeah, that's when times were good then. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, well, Jack, our friend Jackie died since then, and he was kind of the connective glue that kept a lot of us involved with each other in a semi like go out for an evening kind of basis where we would never.
And I used to live down there at that time, so
well,
it was easier.
That's true. But you can't. Yeah. Did you come for something specifically, like some other birthday?
Yeah.
And so you just showed up, like from when you were living elsewhere.
Well, no, that was the Ring Warrior show, and then Vito. It's when we were dancing.
No. But was there also a time where I think like maybe like
my brother came.
Yeah, and Flex and Bobby and all that stuff. Remember that? And we were hanging out upstairs at the one. Yeah. That wasn't that show. That was some other thing. That was like was like Jackie's birthday or something. Remember? Remember? Blake's girl. What's her name? Showed up with a couple of her friends too.
No, I don't remember that.
Jeanette. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We can't say that name on the podcast. Well, you can't say that name and bash him in the same podcast.
I mean, yeah, on again, off again friends. He's luckily we've survived those we're immune to that. But there's a lot. He's got a lot of people he's on again, off again with. We're talking about rise and fall and rise and fall and rise and fall.
Hell, if that's the case, we survived Jessica too, so we're still on that one.
Sorta. I mean, I don't think any of us really talk to her anymore.
I talked to her recently, so.
Oh yeah. All right. Well.
Yeah, her birthday. I wish her a happy birthday.
When was that?
You missed her birthday. Nice, unbelievable.
I don't
Jackie's
know.
probably raining down hate on you right now.
No, wrong. Because her birthday's the same. No,
sorry, no.
Her birthday's the same week as mine. So get the fuck out of here.
No, it was her new man's birthday.
That's it.
That's what it was.
See, I always was a little irritated with her because our birthdays were like I'm the 27th, she's the 24th, and so mine, you know, I couldn't like. It was like either she always like had some big, Facebook group thing going out to go do stuff, and I'm like, well, that's the same weekend as my birthday. What the fuck? And I didn't really want to make my birthday at whatever thing I would go to her thing, but it wasn't like
right.
It wasn't like it was about her, So I was like, so then I would have to claim like the next week, and that was always like the Royal Rumble weekend, so. We just
you know what it was, and I saw a post, and I messaged her happy birthday. She's like, it's not my birthday. She's like, it's my man's birthday. I said, oh well, happy birthday to him. And we chatted for about 5 minutes back and forth, and just seeing if she was good or whatever. And she went to Raw, and she had said, well, she went to SmackDown, and she said she kept looking over and thinking Jackie was next to her, and I was like, fuck. Yeah. That's like, that sucks. And she's like, her man was cool about it and did it out of respect for, like, he doesn't even like wrestling because he knew that it would mean something to her. SmackDown was in town and because of Jackie. And I was like, that's fucking cool. So, but whatever.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So now we've bored the crowd. Nobody gives a fuck about this.
All right. Well, then, but it sounds like you're still walking. How are you going to poop?
Because if I stop, it's going to come out. So I'm waiting for you to shut up so I can end this and go to the bathroom. You don't even understand. When I told you I had to go, I was already at my house. I have walked my driveway. And if anybody knows my driveway is like half a football field. So I have walked up and down my driveway this entire time.
So you've been doing like the sweaty clench walk for like the last 5 minutes.
Well, here's the issue, though. I feel like it went away now.
Oh,
like I've walked it out. Like
that's what happened to me this weekend when I thought I was going to shoot liquid fire into the front seat of Marco's car, and then by the time we park and whatever, I didn't hit a toilet for like another 20 minutes, and I had forgotten all about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right, we're done. I gotta go. I gotta go. We're 43 minutes in. I gotta go.
Oh, I wish I had something else to talk about. All right. Well, hopefully you make it to our next podcast. Otherwise, it's me and Bobby talking about organ sales on the internet.
Goodbye.
Okay, bye.